breathe as you try to get this controller. St. Louis, let's hear you. Going to be a fantastic championship Sunday.
We're starting this one off with Eric Rona down at P1. You can see he's engaging with Saiyan on the P side of the base as well. And now he's aggressively pushing at front of the base. Two players trade out kills at the start of this one, as he did actually manage to take down Saiyan, and now he's trying to take down Neptune as well. Flag being moved early on though from Elevate. Looks like they're just trying to disrupt these kills, but it looks like Lunchbox is too smart for that one. He's already moving the first flag of the game through the car side of the map.
Yeah, Lunch already across the 50-yard line. Sniped down very comfortably at top mid. That's going to help them anchor. Lunchbox waiting for just a moment in the bubble, going to wait for help to come in the flag.
Woo! There's the slice and dice coming in from Snipe Down. Not sure if that flag was actually capped, but it was Neptune who almost got a sneaky return. They're just sat under the bubble. That is going to be the first flag of the game going into Reciprocity. The boys, they've come out hot.
It's a great start for them. That first flag, as you see, coming in 49 seconds flat. They bring it in, not even a minute of play before they strike. Snipe Down is going to continue this. This is what you want to do. If you can continue rotating around the base, they'll continue to cause a nuisance. It looks like his flag, though, being pulled momentarily.
Yeah, 3 players have fallen here for Reciprocity, so good defensive plays there from Elevate. Snipe Down just loitering around the car side of the base at the moment with that sword out, and that just means that challenging him is going to be more difficult, but Saiyan doesn't have a problem with going in on that challenge. Lands the melee, gets him out of the base. Important play there from Elevate.
And I mean, anyone who's played a lot of Heretic CTF, or really any of the Halo 3 CTFs, knows that there is nothing more enjoyable than to run around your opponent's base as they're spawning, kind of going around front base, sitting car window for a bit. You could do it on narrows, you could do it on onslaught, you could do it on pit. You can cause a lot of trouble, though. Here's a flag pull for the Elevate side.
Yeah, that was a 4 dead as well. Trippy's going to be taken down. He was no shields and didn't manage to get away. Big double kill for Roy, though. Lunchbox, his twin brother's going to come in and get that return. So important defensive plays on the Reciprocity side of things mean that they keep that one flag advantage.
That is the twin factor. Take a look at that. Roy spawns in, wins a 1v2 to get the double, and his twin brother Lunch there on car 2 for the return. It's great to see these two guys back together.
Yeah, you can see players, though, from Elevate are trapped under the base at the moment, and Reciprocity are moving that flag P-side.
Oh,
there's some wizardry to start things off. Neptune's going to be caught off guard as well. Saiyan's behind him, tries to land another sticky grenade. Unfortunately, doesn't make contact with that one, but all the slays you could possibly want are coming in from Reciprocity. Not sure if they managed to convert that flag. Looks like they managed to get it back to the base.
Whiffs on the melee, but recovers there with a stick. Does Snipe Down. Fantastic work from him. And that's the tough thing about this roster. You take down Snipe Down, guess what? You've got Ola, Roy, and Lunch flying at you. These two teams neck and neck here off the break, but Reciprocity got to be pretty thankful for that first flag because the next minute of play didn't really see too much control from them. I think as long as you see Reciprocity capitalizing on the opportunities they get, they'll be able to close out here. Elevate, though, putting up a good fight.
Yeah, their efficiency yesterday was maybe one thing that let them down a little bit, but the more the tournament goes on, the more games they play, the more likely it is that that's going to get addressed pretty quickly. 3 players fall here for Elevate. An opportunity here. A Snipe Down picks up the final kill here to move the flag back to the base. Ola straight in, and they're moving it to the car.
It's pink 1 spawns. You see 3 pop up on your screen there. Snipe Down and Roy know about it, so that flag's going to continue moving. Ola's already past car 3.
Lunch seeing that sticky grenade go down. Look for the insta-explode to try and take the player off the E-line. That is going to be the flag moving in. Reciprocity capped the second flag of the game. They're up by 2.
Look at this. I believe it's a little bit of a 2v1 momentarily. Neptune does get the double, and he's going to continue this pink 1 run. This could be a great counter from Elevate.
Yeah, Penguin moving this one home. This is going to be a counter cap almost indefinitely. Puts this one home. Great response there from Elevate. Didn't get carried away with the situation. Made sure they played their lives well enough to get that counter cap. Now it's just a 1-cap game.
Really great counter cap. For a moment, as you saw the death screen, you had to wonder, has Elevate overextended on the return attempt? Could this cost them another flag cap? However, Neptune gets a very key double kill and immediately starts the pink 1 run. No hesitation, brings that in. That leads to their first cap of the game. They keep it within 1.
Lunchbox dropping those grenades down on the P Street to do some damage, but take it down in the process. Roy takes down Penguin as well, and you can see Neptune now having to play his life and jump up to P3 because the Royborg is moving into P2. This is where you do not want Roy if you're on Elevate. Given that elevation, given those lines of sight, you know how good his BR is. It's legendary. Will be interesting to see if he can hit the same kind of shots in this match.
I talked about it yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Keep an eye on Roy. Look at that POV cam. It's amazing. Look how much he screen watches. So talented in watching his opponent and teammates' screens as he moves around the map.
One interesting thing you'll see the Reciprocity guys are trying to kind of prioritize at the moment is getting hold of those frag grenades as well that spawn down at P1. It's a great way of clearing out P2, great way of clearing out the Elis as well. The sticky grenades, you can't bounce them into those areas, but with those frags, they can clear out those areas of the map very efficiently.
Absolutely big advantage with picking up those pink 1 frags, without a doubt. Things slowing down here just a bit. Saw a nice flurry of flag captures early on in those first 5 minutes But now, finally, we see another pull from the Elevate side. They do have a lot of car presence here. Could be a cap as we take a look. That's 3 dead on the side of Reciprocity.
Yeah, Reciprocity players dropping. The last player is going to be coming in the pink side. And you can see Penguin here, just some veteran Halo play there, just shadowing the flag back as Neptune gets taken down. That's going to be the game now, tied up at 2-2. Elevate. Great resilience from them. They went down 2-0, but now they've tied up the game.
Absolutely
great shots from Trippey as well.
I was going to say the same thing. Trippey, great confidence there up on pink 3. It's certainly a power position, that pink 3 position. However, you need to still be confident in your cross-map shots if you're going to hold down that area.
Snipdown does have that sword in his hands again as Lunchbox is moving a flag here for Reciprocity on the pink side of the map. You can see his twin brother in front of him, Roy, as well. Trying to do some defensive work. Looks like at the moment, Elevate, it's Trippey the player who might be in position to stop this one. He was on the car side. Keep an eye on the kill feed and see if he can do anything. He's not there in time. Lunchbox gets taken down, but Pistola's there to rally at home. 3-2 now to Reciprocity.
Beautiful little alley-oop there from Ola. He might have guessed that Lunch was fine capping that. Had he gone out the car window, could have been a very different scenario. However, Ola sits right on that flag stand to make sure he brings in that third flag.
Trippey versus Roy here, top car. His teammate comes in to help him, but Trippey didn't actually need that help. He hit the headshot there to take down the player on top car. Now Snipdown's going to get taken down as well, and Pistola's very much on the back foot here. Here comes Trippey again, and this is another opportunity to run a flag here for Elevate, moving it through the car side.
4 dead.
Players off spawn are not going to be in position unless they get that P1 spawn. This could be the game tied up once again here. Elevate looking to answer back.
Absolutely should be. As we take a look, yes, the third flag is in, and we're all tied up at 3. Excellent slaying, not only during the flag pull, but also during the flag run. When you have 4 dead as you're running it already into car 2, that should be a guaranteed cap, and they do convert.
Trippey is shooting so well here for Elevate in this game, number 1. He's moving in the base. Neptune's picking up kills, and I think that was a fresh 4 dead once again here for Reciprocity. So for the first time in this game, if Elevate manage to convert this flag, they will be the team who are in the lead.
They absolutely should. No real presence from the pink side. 4-3 in favor of Elevate. Now they're only 1 cap away from closing out game number 1 in a comeback fashion.
I'd love to stay on board with Trippey at the moment because he is just melting Reciprocity players every time they try and contest him. He's having a fantastic game at the moment. Saiyan needs to get this kill on Pistola. Not only does he do that, he picks up a second kill to stop that flag.
Anytime you can stop that flag carrier from turning that corner, whether it's pink side or car side, it's a huge kill. Gives your team time to breathe, time to spawn and reset. He also had a teammate there, Neptune, spawning car 2, so really not too much danger for the Elevate side. Great pink 3 positioning from Saiyan right now, but really great team shot answered back from Reciprocity.
Yeah, melting that player off P3, so vital. The power position on the map. Lunchbox pushing the street there to kind of divert the attention initially, and Snipdown and Roy putting the shots in from the street and from the car side of their base to get him out. But look at this Elevate, again, just being disruptive. They got under the Reciprocity base here. Roy's having to double back to get them out, but exposing yourself at the front of the base can be kind of risky play, but Lunchbox and Roy pick up the important kills, and Neptune gets taken down by Roy as well.
And I got to point out, you saw Snipdown staying alive after the battle with Saiyan, then he angles himself away from the players in the needles to stay alive at pink 3. He's still alive at pink 3. If they keep this up, they're not only going to answer back, but very likely win this game. Great positioning from Reciprocity.
1 flag here to go to win this game for Elevate. However, Reciprocity need to tie up this game at the moment. Great movement there from Pistola, taking shots from all angles, but managed to stay alive.
Oh boy.
Ola takes on Trippey, and Trippey gets put on his back. Reciprocity in the meantime tie up the game. Next flag wins.
Here we go, 4-4, sudden death. Only 1 cap to go, and got to give credit there to Ola, just staying alive for so long, let his team continue to run that flag. Somehow also takes down Trippey. Only 1 flag to go.
Look at the damage here that Lunchbox is doing as well. He puts shots on 3 separate players there. Penguin gonna pick up 1 kill. Pistola picks up kills. Trippey managed to get away there.
That's big.
And that is huge, because if Reciprocity move this flag back, he is in a position to potentially get that stop.
Take a look at the
he
kill
gets
feed.
taken down. Neptune's trying to make a last stand, but Pistola's gonna put in the 5th flag, and your first game of the series goes to Reciprocity.
And what a way to step it up in the end. Down 4-3. It really all started with Snipdown locking down that pink 3 control, which really set a different tone on the map. We saw players up on pink 3 back and forth, tug of war style, falling after one another. Snipdown really the first one to go on a spree from pink 3. And you look at Ola staying alive, doing things like staying alive on the Eli, then out BRing Trippey as well, led to that 4th flag cap. And once you start getting that momentum in a game, it's so easy to put those last 2 flags, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, such a tight game stat-wise there. You saw Snipdown had a pretty good game He was a player that I was looking to focus on, but it was a real back and forth game. And we were saying these first couple of games here are so important for Reciprocity to take in the series because of those weaker game types coming up, game 3 and 4.
Yep.
Elevate, though, they're going to be full of momentum after that one. I think just losing by one flag on a game type where they're playing against this Reciprocity lineup, that's a good thing for them.
Look at that body language for Snipedown as well. Look at that. That does not look like Snipedown after a normal win that team is smiling and happy about. I think he knows that there's a lot of things that went wrong there. They should not have been down 4-3. This is not necessarily a overjoyed Reciprocity side after that game number 1. I think they know they really need to continue to bring the pressure in game number 2 and make sure they don't go down like they did in game 1.
Yeah, we see some of the replays coming in from this game number 1 as well. Snipedown at the start of the game was doing work with that sword. He was being such a nuisance as well, and it was an interesting game as far as, no team really pulled away at the start of it. We saw Reciprocity get out the gates to that hot start, but we say they're newer to the scene, these players on Elevate, the likes of Saiyan, the likes of Trippey, but they're now experienced Halo players. They've had enough tournament experience under their belt to know that in a 5-cap game, 2 flags, that's not a big disadvantage. On Heretic, we see it fairly often, to be honest with you. It's not unlikely to see players come back and teams come back from 4-0 down and win the game 5-0. It's such a momentum-based game type. If you can set up a set of spawn kills, you can get back-to-back flags.
Ola enjoying that replay as he watches himself stay alive, continue that flag run in that pink 1 needle area, jumping back to the needles and times it so perfectly as his shields are recharging to get the jump on Trippey there as well. That's what I'm talking about. Plays like that from Ola. I think we really saw Snipedown and Ola step it up and wake up towards the end of that game, and it really was the difference maker in terms of closing out the victory.
So just a reminder to everyone at home who might be joining us for the first time, it is a best of 5, of course, and we've had our game number 1 finish here, and Reciprocity were the team who managed to take that home, so they take the 1-0 advantage in this series. Now moving over to Amplified Team Slayer. We saw Rec close out a 50-49 win on this yesterday with Roy going huge. They need to take this game type again. Then they're only 1 map away from taking the series.
Absolutely. This is, like we said, these first 2 are so pivotal for Reciprocity, and in a moment there, as you see that final score come in there, 5-4, they close it out. For a moment, it looked like it was going to be an Elevate win, especially with them leading 4-3 with a lot of momentum and what could have been those 5th and final pulls. Amplified Slayer is going to be no different. Reciprocity, I think you saw it in their body language. They know they cannot take their foot off of the gas heading into game number 2. This one's going to play even faster than our game number 1.
Yeah, I want to start off from Trippey point of view as well, because he was shooting beautifully in that game at number 1 on Heretic, and quite similar geometry on this map. You have the 2 bases, you have the P side, and you have the car side of the map, all about controlling those spawns, getting that fresh 3 or 4 dead, and making sure that you're locking down those players who are unlucky enough to respawn in your sights. Interesting game type here. This is going to be a big swing game in the series, I feel, this game number 2. Let's see how they get on.
All right, starting it off with Trippey, indeed, ask and you shall receive on set. Off the break. Wow, Lunchbox with some fantastic top mid nades, though. Take a look at exactly how they hit those from the base window, predicting that movement from Trippey.
And one little thing, like get a kill off the rip there, something like that, it means that the Reciprocity players can advance up the map and know that they can potentially create a 2v1 situation. But Neptune and Trippey, they get the 2nd and 3rd kills of this game. Trippey already picking up 2. And look at this, just respawners coming in now at red. Saiyan's going to be screaming this out to his teammates, and he's trying to stay alive, does get taken down, but now Elevate are going to know where all the Reciprocity players are going to be trapped.
Very good kill prioritization there from Reciprocity, leaving Saiyan alive there on the front/side base. Very, very dangerous, makes it impossible for them to push out with any sort of angles. They get that kill right away. Really a veteran move from the Reciprocity side. That's what you expect to see, prioritizing those kills correctly on MTS.
See Saiyan sat up on the tower there on the blue base. Pistola now moving up to P3. He's just going to be anchoring the team at the moment, trying to deal as much damage as he possibly can on any of these players. Not going to be overextending until he sees his teammates putting some more shots on. Now you can see him working together with Lunchbox. Lunchbox picking up the kill on Neptune, just trying to communicate together, call out where they're shooting. You can see they were almost aiming at the same people, looking to lock down those areas, and now you can see they do have 1 kill between them. A very tight start to this game, Andy, and this is kind of what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this game to be tight throughout.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen Amplified all weekend long, giving us the closest matches, probably more so than any other map game type combination here in St. Louis, and that's what you expect to see on a Slayer that is played at this speed. There's so much give and take. Every decision you make to get a kill, you know that the other team's going to be flying at you from the other direction.
Elevate with a 2-kill lead here. Roy up on Goal 2 at the moment. Lunchbox picks up a kill here on Saiyan. 1 kill the difference between the two teams. Neptune shooting really well at the moment. Roy comes back out though to challenge that one and finish off the kill. Now he's coming under pressure from bottom middle. Nice grenade from Trippey means that he will re-establish the lead. And now you've seen a little bit of an extension. However, 2 kills full. Lunchbox picks up the double. And now we're back to just a 1-kill game.
That's right. Now we just passed that 2-minute mark into the game, and these teams so tight. I want to go ahead and jump into a listen-in with this Elevate side in game number 2.
One shot on the A fence, or A sign. He's gold 1, I think.
Above us, Travis.
I died. I got him. He did.
Front red.
He's going.
Front red, one shot.
Bottom red.
Bottom red,
No,
and
red.
Rippey.
Dead. Shine solid. Blue P tower. I died.
Alright, ready? Weak.
Top blue, front blue.
Top blue killed me.
Gold is all.
Blue
Back up.
gold. Challenge him. I need him.
He's one shot, top blue. I'm getting shot. Front blue. Blue couch. And blue gold. Blue gold, blue couch.
Weak bottom gold.
Weak gold 2.
Red 2 spawn on me. Red 2 right behind me.
Red P corner.
Yeah, I'm smirching sandwich. Look at blue P. Blue P above you, Travis.
One shot. Dead. Wait, he didn't die.
2 above us. Blue 2.
Bottom blue, one shot.
Got him. 2 dead.
Looking red.
on me.
I needed it.
Calm and composed here from Elevate, as you would expect from some of the characters and personalities that are on this team, but it's Reciprocity who have managed to establish a 5-kill lead at this point. Trippey's going to be the last player alive as well. He's coming under pressure from Snipe Down. I think that was a fresh 4 dead there for Elevate, and now this is where it gets dangerous for them.
This is going to be the home stretch for the Reciprocity side. A 6-kill lead at this stage in AMP is very dangerous. Snipe Down and crew are going to not want to compromise that lead whatsoever. Play this the same way they've been playing the last 15 or so kills, and they'll maintain that lead. Here they are now up by 7.
Lunchbox seems to be picking up so many impactful double kills in this game as well. It's almost when he's kind of in a 2v1 situation as well. He's positioning himself well enough to clean up 1 kill and then challenge the second as well, as the help then comes in from his teammates. So Lunchbox having a really, really big game, and at 42-36, this is Reciprocity's game to win. They're going to have to throw this one away, or Elevate are going to have to do something magical.
And we're seeing some beautiful collapses there from the Reciprocity side, finishing those last kills on the bases time and time again. Oh boy, great shots though from Neptune are going to keep Elevate alive here. Now they're only down by 4.
Yeah, 2 players fall there for Reciprocity, and it's a 4-kill game, as you say, as we get into the closing moments of this one. Just 6 kills here for Reciprocity to close this game out. 10 kills for Elevate. This really could go either way, and you're starting to see the game slow down. Nobody wants to overcommit for any of these kills.
Exactly what I was going to say. This game, I mean, look at it 30 seconds ago compared to now, has really slowed down, but a swing of kills there, big for Reciprocity. Now 47-42, only 3 to go.
Yeah, it looked like Elevate tried to take the game by the scruff of the neck there, but Reciprocity, they were wise to it, and they managed to trade out those kills and keep that kill lead. Now with just 2 kills to go, Reciprocity are looking for blood. 1 kill to go now. Last player up, and he gets absolutely melted off of the top goal platform. Reciprocity take your game number 2.
The team shot way too strong there at the end of the game. You saw Snipe Downs coming up across Pink 3, challenging Neptune in the corner. A potentially risky battle due to the availability of angles and sidelines that his opponents will have, but Roy comes flying right in from Pink 2 house to clean up that kill. And then, of course, Saiyan sitting up gold 3. You got all 4 BRs on him to close out that game.
Yeah, big game coming in from Lunchbox as well. 16, 11, and 10. A positive 6 spread for him, but it was the amount of impactful kills he was getting on the map. That was what was impressing me so much.
The assists, too. Roy with 16 assists. Snipe Down with 14. And you got Lunch and Ola also in the double-digit assist category with 11 apiece. Big numbers from the Reciprocity side. They close it out.
I think the best example of that, how they were team shooting so well in that game, was look at that final kill. I mean, the player who was up on the top goal platform got hit by 3 or 4 different BRs. He was absolutely melted. Couldn't even back down in time. His feet didn't even touch the floor before his body hit the floor. Fantastic stuff from Reciprocity to close out that game. And they're looking good here, but they've won those first 2 games. Now this is the interesting game.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at some replays from that last one, thanks to Skill Shot. As we jump in, you see this game, like you said, Onset, really close throughout, all the way up until really that 30-kill mark. We saw these 2 teams exchanging kills. And there was a moment there, actually, where we saw Elevate right before the listen-in, where they were up by about 3.
It was the experience, I think, of Reciprocity as well that kind of helped them in towards the end game as well. You saw Elevate knew that they had to try and create some sort of push, and you saw Saiyan push the front of the base, but Reciprocity positioned themselves well enough, and this is the exact play here where they could just melt that player, and then they could turn their attention to staying alive and looking for other kills. You'll see the final kill here. If you want to see an example of Team Shot, clip that one, put it on your Twitter bio, because that is the perfect example of it. 3 or 4 BRs locating that player and closing out the game for the boys in the black and orange. But as I was just previously saying before we got to the replays, this is how I expected the series to go. I thought these first 2 games would go to Reciprocity. This is the big game, the big games, the next 2 games, the huge ones here for Elevate. Guardian Oddball and Narrows capture the flag, not the strongest game types here for Reciprocity.
Absolutely. Of course, Reciprocity, these guys are going to have a lot of experience on this Guardian Oddball game type, and they know exactly what they need to do. You could even say, arguably more importantly, they know what they need to not do on Guardian Oddball. Lots of rules around this game type in terms of things you absolutely want to be doing and things you absolutely don't want to be caught dead doing, because it will really set your team up with a difficult push. But not going to be easy, and of course, with their backs against the wall, the guys of Elevate know they need to win this game number 3 to send this series the distance.
Well, it looks like we're about to get straight into our game number 3 then. Reciprocity going to be looking to close out the series in a 3-0 fashion here. If they could take this one home, that's exactly what they'll be doing. Of course, we play to 250 points here on Halo 3 on Oddball. Sniper Rifle going to be on the map. The Camouflage going to be on the map as well. That time of that Camouflage could be vital in deciding how this game turns out.
Absolutely. Expect the guys there, Snipe Down, Roy, Ola, and Lunch, to really be on top of that time. Of course, Coach Towie going to be making sure that that is the case. As we're off the break, first kills do go to Elevate.
Snubbed down going to be challenged by Trippey. Saiyan picks up a kill on Lunchbox. Neptune picks up the kill as well. So it looks like early control has gone into the hands of Elevate. Ola's going to be the last player alive here on the snipe tower. He manages to pick up a double and stay alive. That is huge from Pistola. Not only were his teammates taken down, he takes down 2 Elevate players and manages to stay alive momentarily.
What is he doing?
Oh my, Ola!
Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. This is the Pistola we want to see on Championship Sunday. Wins a 1v2 at Snipe as his teammates are pushing up from blue and top middle. I don't know how he stays alive there and kills Neptune with the stick, and now his team can push across. Ola was a one-man team there, holding down the entire side of the map on his own. Amazing work from him.
Look, of all the players you don't want to hear last player alive, it's going to be Pistola. You don't want to be calling that out for your Elevate, because he is a pain in the ass when it comes to getting that final kill. Incredible stuff from him, but look at the score at the moment. No one's really got control of the map enough to get that ball back to green, to get that ball back to blue. It's still kind of a battle of attrition at the moment, with both players and both teams trying to get any sort of map control.
Yeah, during a listen-in, you might hear teams kind of say, who's the last player alive? Because you want to be able to identify by name that player to make sure you're killing the last player alive in a base and you can set up. You never want to hear who's the last player alive. It's Ola.
Now, the Oddball has been moved back to blue here, so for the first time we're seeing kind of a setup going across to the hands of a Reciprocity. I believe the player might have actually been taken down. It's Roy with the Oddball at the moment. He's going to play that ball, so they didn't manage to lock that one down for too long, but most importantly, when that setup was broken, they get the ball off the map and they can then fight again.
Absolutely now, and we've actually seen quite a bit of this style of Guardian Oddball played this weekend, where both teams are off to a little bit of a break. Ola gets a bad bounce there as he lifts and looks like maybe got some nade damage and flying off a S3 down into the depths. But both teams are really playing a conservative Guardian Ball opening. They'd rather get control and making sure they're getting slaying numbers before they really lock down any time. And look at this. Now we're over 2 minutes into the game, and it's only 14-4.
Yeah, second Camouflage of the game going to go to Lunchbox, but big trade comes in there from Trippey. And even bigger if you consider the fact that Elevator managed to get that ball away at exactly the same time. So it was a 3v3 situation. They had the Oddball. And the scary thing is why players are so hesitant to over-challenge kills and get that Oddball away and make mistakes when you have that 4v4 situation is because of the strength of the setups here on Guardian Oddball. You can rack up a minute of time comfortably if you get 2 or 3 sets of spawn kills.
Roy is playing this front blue angle so well, challenging all the way into Snipe 3 throughout the entirety of that battle with the Sniper. Continues to challenge the top blue, shifts his angle to gold, confidently nading through shots into S2. Look at this push now from gold. Great work from Roy. I mean, this is like, you could tell this guy's been playing this game for so long.
Yeah, Neptune picked up a headshot, but all of his teammates are falling around him at the moment. You can expect the pressure to come in from Reciprocity. Neptune's going to have to back up and desperately try and stay alive. Does manage to take down Snipe Down while he was playing his life at the moment. Look at this, Saiyan. Smart play from him. Moves that Oddball towards the respawners. Unfortunately, it looks like Reciprocity just a little bit too smart for that one. Neptune doesn't manage to finish off Pistola, but I think a teammate actually came in and finished off Pistola, so not the end of the world there for him. But still, look how much time has gone in this game so far, Andy, and look how many points are on the board. This is a war here on Guardian.
This is a war, and a very low-scoring one at that. Like we said, these two teams are playing a very, very conservative Guardian ball. They don't want to scrap time here. They'd rather get 2 dead, lock down a setup, and then get time that they can be confident in rather than risking the opponent going on a run.
Yeah, they were big kills there. The ball managed to be maneuvered back to bottom gold there by Reciprocity, and 2 kills came in at the same time that they did that, which has guaranteed them some ball time. So they now have a 20-point lead. The push is coming in from Elevate again, and this is a good, coordinated push. Roy is in a great position, though. He's behind his players in blue, but look at the awareness coming in from Penguin. Fantastic stuff from him to clean out Roy.
Yeah, by the way, Camo coming up really any second. I believe it was around 47-48 or so. So keep an eye on that Camo through these next few seconds.
Penguin gonna challenge Lunchbox top mid there, does get the kill. Ola manages to get the burns. That's 2 big burns. One from Elevate for that second camo, and the third one there comes in from Reciprocity. Pistola doing work.
Yep, 2 dead momentarily for Reciprocity as we finally have all 4 players. Excuse me, just as quickly as I say that, Saiyan falls. So still a back-and-forth battle, and this is a pretty non-traditional, unorthodox Guardian ball. Usually you'd see teams, especially of this caliber, scrapping a little bit more time, but I cannot overstate just how slow and cautious these 2 teams are playing Guardian ball. This is almost a Slayer match with a little bit of Guardian ball thrown in at this point.
I think Reciprocity will be happy to keep it like that as well. They have the lead at the moment. They don't have to try and overforce anything. Lunchbox going to be maneuvering through blue here. Back to the bottom guard, and you can see the players aggressively pushing top middle here from Elevate as well, and Lunchbox is just picking them off.
The fact that Lunchbox can go garden, challenge top green in a 1v2, and then get the angles on the players who are jumping top middle, that talks about him identifying that angle, knowing exactly where he needed to be. Great stuff from Lunch. We might finally see some control out of Reciprocity here.
I was going to say the last player alive was taken down bottom green there. That was Penguin as the ball was being moved, ironically, by Elevate towards green. He got taken down. Now Reciprocity have the setup. Can they hold this one down and hold off this push coming in from Elevate?
And if I'm Elevate in this match, I'm looking at the score. Still a close game. This has not gotten anywhere near out of hand yet. Elevate needs to realize that Reciprocity is playing a very control-based Guardian ball. They are not maximizing all the time they could be getting in this game type. Therefore, it really opens the door for Elevate to play a scrappy style, essentially tie this game. All they need is 30 seconds, and they're winning the game, and they can come away with a victory here as long as they recognize that Reciprocity is playing this game very slow, very strategic.
Yeah, new sniper rifle in the hands of Snipedown, as you can all see at home and here in St. Louis. Ball taken. He has picked up a couple of cleanup kills, but it looks at the moment like someone from Elevate managed to get their hands on that oddball and get that play ball. So important play coming in from the Elevate players to make sure that score isn't getting too out of hand, and they're keeping it close. But at 30 seconds,
here comes
how many points have been scored so far.
Here comes the elbow push right here.
That 30-second lead is probably bigger than you think.
It's a big push from Neptune all the way up. Times it perfectly on Snipedown. He knew Snipedown was checking back S2, back S1. Times his elbow push well and stays alive here at Snipe. Big set of kills from Neptune. That might open up the door for a little bit of control.
Yeah, 3 dead. Trippey picks up the double there, and I think all players pretty much fell consecutively there for Reciprocity as Trippey picks up the final one. Now this is the opportunity for Elevate to get that ball away, get the ball down to green and hold a setup. No one has really managed to do it so far. Trippey's doing work, though, as the first player in the team fight was taken down by Elevate. That was an even more important kill from Trippey if you take that into consideration.
Saiyan makes the right decision off the break and challenges Garden Gold, but he actually gets caught off guard by Lunchbox. In the end, Trippy's kill and body shot there are what makes the difference, because it stops the entire Reciprocity push. This is what I was talking about. Here we are, essentially tied game, 42-37. Reciprocity, all they needed to do was take their time, get their one little stint of control, and here we are. Now they have the lead.
And the thing is, every single body shot that Trippey hits here, even though he doesn't get the kill, it stops the push from Reciprocity. They cannot push across top middle or the snipe lift if it's a 3v4 situation. They have to wait until their shields come back. So Trippey, even though he's not getting the kills, he's giving them time, and that's what this game type is all about.
Oh boy.
Give yourself time, but a big push from Reciprocity is going to end that, and that's going to be a 4.
That is a Roy Lunch push. You saw Snipedown die top green. Lunchbox went top middle. Roy went S2, and they're able to stop that control and slow down what could have been a pretty big Elevate run.
Snipedown versus Saiyan. Snipedown takes him down with the 2-shot beatdown. Pistola picks up another one. That ball is still down on the elbow here, so an opportunity to scrap some time here.
Yeah.
Snipedown picks that one up, drops it off to Ola as he moves back to the snipe tower. Probably got the call that the last 2 players alive there were momentarily in blue.
So here's what I'm wondering, if we're going to see Reciprocity changed the way they're playing. Now that the game is tied and they no longer have that 30-point cushion, are they going to get a little bit more scrappy because they realize in the home stretch that it can make a big difference with as close as this game is? So far, indications look like no, that they're continuing to slay rather than getting the ball at every chance they get.
Andy, we're nearly 10 minutes into this game, and there is 1 point between the two teams. That's how close this one has been.
Saiyan, Camo,
it's
bottom
insane,
green.
But Camo is, as you say, been picked up by Saiyan, so an opportunity here for Elevate to move across the map. Saiyan needs to pick up some kills here. Then they can look at moving that oddball back.
He doesn't go for ball. Wisely cleans out Lunchbox at bottom green. Love that decision. No way he's going to get away with any sort of control if you got Lunchbox and Roy roaming around on green and elbow.
Snipedown's going to be challenging top mid. Big double kill comes in from Saiyan, though. Good shots coming in from his teammates to make that a little bit more easy. And now this is fantastic
boy.
Start. The stick on Lunchbox is going to clear him out of blue. 3 players fall here for Reciprocity. Last 2 players are at the snipe tower. They managed to get across the lift.
Trippey might rotate.
Before Elevate could manage to get that ball, get those kills, and clear out that side of the map.
No rotate from Trippey, instead just a play ball. Neptune trying to stay alive. Oh boy, Sky snipe down. Great work from him, and he flies straight to green to challenge Roy as well.
Oh, what those shots were absolutely insane there from Neptune to take down Roy. Pistola goes across the lift. The young man who made his name on Halo 5 is showing that he's got it on the sticks in Halo 3 as well.
I got to go back to that Saiyan spree. Hopefully we're going to have a replay because you saw him with Camo at top green. He had an opportunity to grab ball. Instead, he gives it 20 seconds, gets 3 kills, and then kills Lunchbox again for the 4th kill at front blue, which led to a small lead here for Elevate. Saiyan making it look like he's been playing this game just as long as the guys on the other side of the stage.
The interesting thing for me, though, for all these big plays we're seeing coming in from Elevate, the score still hasn't got too out of hand.
Yeah.
They haven't managed to convert it into big ball time. However, the most important thing in a low-scoring game is that they do have the lead.
I don't know how Snipedown just got across to challenge Penguin here. Might try to go for the play ball.
That's huge. That is huge.
Wow. Big stuff there from Penguin and co. He's going to try to rotate here. He definitely has teammates spawning S2. No reason he's not going to lift when that pressure comes.
Yeah, I'd like to see he's waiting for his teammates to give those callouts for where the respawners are coming in at the moment. He can see their green and elbow, so he has no need to lift at the moment. His teammates can look over him if he hears a call out of blue. He can lift that ball if they get these kills. This is great stuff here from Elevate.
Absolutely. Saiyan knows he needs to stay alive. He needs to leave Snipedown on that elbow because pressure is coming.
Saiyan's just being a pain at the moment. The longer that he stays alive, the longer that this push from Reciprocity is going to be delayed. Those extra few seconds, they could add up.
So
and look
Penguin
at the score
is
now,
still
100 to 57, Andy. They've
He's
doubled up.
still bottom green, and I love how he played this onset you just pointed out, but when you're sitting down at bottom snipe lift, it gives you the option to lift if you need or stay. By not lifting, even though his teammates were spawning at back snipe 2, by not lifting, he was able to give his team now a big 50-point lead.
Yeah, big 2 kills coming in from Snipe down there are going to open things up. If he can finish off Trippey, they will have the opportunity to get a setup of their own. Trippey stays alive for longer than Snipe down would probably want. Lunchbox goes on the hunt. Saiyan manages to avoid the headshot. And look at this, Trippey comes back out and gets that kill on Lunchbox.
Look at that. I think Roy's going to back cleanup here, if I'm not mistaken, on bottom green. Yes, but Red X is all over the screens. Ola's going to continue holding. And if Snipedown hits that first shot, this is a very different battle. So like we talked about at the beginning of the series, you're going to expect to see Snipedown hitting those shots and not missing that first one.
Shooting out this sniper rifle ammo as well, trying to get away, and he manages to just about get away, but in the meantime, Elevate weren't worried about that too much. They've got the ball off the map. Now Elevate, with just 3 minutes left in this game, all they need to do is keep the ball out of the hands of Reciprocity. If you can get your hands on it, just play it. Get it off the map unless you are guaranteed time in your setup.
Absolutely. Now taking a look at exactly when that camo might be, certainly not right away, as this game has gone. Snipedown, tiptoeing around those grenades. Quite a deficit for them, but still 2 minutes 40 left. We do have a listening ready with the Reciprocity side. Can they come back and close it in 3 games? Let's jump in.
Weak, you guys high also.
Keep the setup.
Traded.
They're good.
I need help. I'm gonna die with ball probably. There's 2 there. Another guy gonna be there. Actually, I'm living. I'm watching under. Already gate up weak.
You'll be around here. We're near this, and they're gonna die.
One here. Gate up with 1.
There's 2 on top right now.
Right here. Another guy was there. Watch
bottom gold and
I'm gonna watch top middle.
There's 2 below you.
Just watching top middle. I don't know.
Below you, Eric.
I'm looking. I'm pushing him. Top sniper right now and top gold. Or top green, I mean. Sorry. I'm weak. I can't. We gotta watch top middle. I got bottom yellow.
Let's go.
Top center. Blue. I have it. And top center. Yellow light. Yellow light. Actually, there's a yellow light. Blue light. Blue light. Go inside. Left guy, get him. Bottom yellow. Bottom yellow. I killed one over here.
Milk this.
He's dead. There's a Mauler gate. There's a Mauler gate. I spawned green. They're
gonna be sniping. They're all gonna be sniping. They're gonna have to
Liv, I'm hiding bottom green. Top middle, two of them.
Play your life.
Live. I killed one. I'm behind him. Top middle weak. Top middle. One shot top.
Top gold, top gold.
I got another one.
Top gold.
Top gold.
I'm here. He's top blue. I left him.
I can't get him. Snipe is right to me. Top yellow. He's top camo.
Still top gold somewhere.
Still top gold. Top on green. I'm gonna get top blue.
Watch blue.
Watch out. I got naded. I'm watch out, Jason. I'm behind him. I'm gonna have to hide in this little.
Watch out,
Watch out,
I got
him.
top penguin. I got one.
Get ready to play this.
They're chasing Jason. They're chasing him.
My belt. There's 3 dead.
I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. They're top center.
Don't die. There might be another guy green.
With a camouflage and a sniper rifle, Reciprocity have managed to get themselves a lead with just 60 seconds or so left in this game. This has to be some perfect Halo coming in from Elevate. They need to get the break, and they need to get that oddball in their hands.
Oh boy, Ola's not going to make that jump. It's a big kill there for Saiyan, but Lunch staying alive with some control and the play ball as well. All of the pieces of the puzzle coming together for Reciprocity late in the game.
Yeah, all they need to do here is keep the players from Elevate off the ball, and Roy showing all of his veteran experience there to make sure he didn't overcommit. Yep. All he had to do was keep eyes on that oddball, and it is almost mathematically impossible now for Elevate to get back into this game. Reciprocity will close out your series at 3-0, and they're going to be feeling good, especially on that particular game time.
That's right, only 25 seconds left here as time will tick down. Like you said, not possible now for Elevate to close it out. Reciprocity has to be feeling good, but to be honest, it's another heartbreaking loss for the Elevate side after having a 50-point. Keep in mind, they were up 107-57 just a few minutes ago. However, Reciprocity, like you said, the camo and the snipe control at gold, they had that back blue hold, and they did it perfectly.
Yeah, they did it absolutely superbly. Great veteran play there from the 4 gentlemen on